Yes, your life sister.
Pranams and a very good morning to respected elders, dear brothers and sisters. Welcome to Being Heartful Every Day with Swadhyaya. This week's exploration is about creativity. We are exploring a fresh perspective on creativity this week as it relates to our spiritual journey and the practice that we do. We often do not think of creativity as something that is innate in all of us. We generally think some people are creative and some are not. Yesterday's aspect for contemplation invited us to look at our own selves and reflect on how creative do we think we are. If we have grown up thinking that we are not creative, or someone has made us think that we are not creative, perhaps because we could not paint, or we could not sing, or dance, or write poetry, which are the normally accepted forms of creativity, we might be thinking that creativity is not something that relates to us. If that is the case, then this week, let us try and see how our masters have given us insights on creativity that may be very different from our thoughts, from the way we think. Babuji Maharaj, in his writings and through his messages, has shared that the flow of life itself is a form of creative expression of the divine. So if there is life in us, it is because of the creative energy that came from the divine source. And therefore, it is there in each one of us. How it manifests can be seen in the way each of us tries to do things in a new way. We all of us, at some point of time or the other, whether it is through our work or whether it is through a hobby that we may pursue, it may be a very simple act as cooking a dish. When we try and infuse a new way of doing things into anything that we do, when we try and change the way we speak to a better way of speaking, to using a new vocabulary, maybe, or even if it is speaking a little differently, all that is because of the flow of life energy itself in us, which is trying to express itself through creativity. This new perspective simply changes the way we think. It brings a new confidence in us that we are creative because life itself is there in us. Today we are invited to reflect upon two very important aspects. Let us all go deep within, set some time aside, and try to reflect, to introspect on what hinders my self expression and creativity in the work that I do. When I need to express myself, when I need to work, speak, even walk, what hinders my expression at that time? What stops me from being able to let the life force within me come out and manifest itself? Another very important aspect that we are invited to reflect upon is a relation between anger and creativity. Let us imagine that we have to do a simple task that is there in front of us, which could be writing a note. We may think of two different situations. One in which, when I sit down to write that note, I am in a state of peaceful calmness, serenity deep within. How do I think the outcome of writing that note would be when I am in a state of peace and calm within myself? Let us compare it with another situation where, because of whatever reason, I am irritated and I am angry. At that moment, if I sit down to write that same note, what would that outcome be like? Would I be able to write the note as well? Would I be able to express what needs to be expressed in that note in the best manner possible? We can sit and imagine these two situations and try and see if there is any difference in the outcome when there are two different states of being, two different states of mind within me. Do anger and creativity relate to each other in some way? And does it also give me a hint for the first aspect? What hinders my self expression and creativity in what I do? Let us set some time aside today and try and see the connection between the two. We are also invited to go through a video of Revered Daji, which we have included in the Heartfulness app, where he has spoken of how our practice of meditation helps us in our self expression and creativity. Let us now move to point B, cleaning, as we begin our morning sadhana for the day. We begin with an intention. At the end of this process, point B will be light, and we will be immersed in the glow of the soul. Fixing our attention on point B, we make the sankalpa using our will. All the heaviness and impurities are leaving point B from the front of the body. As this process goes on, the glow of the soul begins to emerge from behind. Let us now prepare ourselves to receive the inspiration from beloved Babaji Maharaj. Let us connect to the source of love within the heart. Bring into our hearts a space of surrender, of humility, of a loving, tender connection with the Master, open to receiving as vibration, His guidance, His presence. Whispers from the brighter world. Beloved Master, revered Babuji Maharaj. Sunday, July 19th, 2009, 9 a.m. Lord Krishna blesses our way, both for what it is and for what it will become within the framework of an expansion of consciousness, the principle of which is set in motion. Our mission is making progress, effecting that direction. Our beloved Son, your Master, is acting in every regard towards this prospect. Time is pressing. Do not look back anymore, except to remember with admiration and gratitude a perfect being equipped with all that constitutes the divine greatness as manifested here below. A being who has illuminated the world at a time of obscurantism as far as this great figure of our history is concerned. It must be your objective here and now to advance, serve, and contribute to the greatness of our mission in all its forms, and to open doors, those of the Spirit in all its manifestations. That is the objective of the present. Human beings look back. That is in their nature. But they must forge ahead, especially in this pivotal period when everything can change course from one moment to the next. Time is pressing. The inconceivable is in the offing, and you should focus your efforts accordingly. Be creative and vigilant. Draw your inspiration from the past to better build a future more in line with the objectives of the higher powers. All the great beings are turning their attention to human elevation, a very vast subject so as to exclude any error that would be fatal for humanity. Explore what we offer all of you with more attention, won't you? Your minds, caught up in the upheaval of modernism, no longer see the main thing. Go deeply into our teachings, including this celestial manna represented by these messages. You do not realize how important they are. By all appearances, they contain nothing sensational, but they radiate energy and a truth which few hearts really grasp. You should interiorize yourselves and advance on the way of love. There lies the main thing and the strength of the future world, cleaned and restructured for its safeguarding. Divest yourselves of useless things and get to the main thing. Do not waste your time with that which is not worthwhile. Be vigilant. Time flies and cannot be made up. Serve your master as best you can and love him above all. There lies your greatest and most beautiful challenge. Our special blessings to you all in this period of my beloved son's birthday. Babuji Maharaj. Our hearts overflow with gratitude to beloved Babuji, to our Master, to all the great beings who constantly show us the path. In their love, showing us what we need to see. Let us now connect to the source of the divine light within the heart. Seated in the divine presence of the Master within our heart. O Master, thou art the real goal of human life. We are yet but slaves of wishes, putting bar to our advancement. Thou art the only God and power to bring us up to that stage. Let us now meditate together. Let us become aware of the condition within the heart. Let us become aware of the feelings, filling our hearts with gratitude. Let us enliven the condition, feeling it becoming absorbed to every cell of the body, every pore of our being, every nerve, every fiber, all the subtle bodies, becoming saturated with the condition. Condition is expanding, being absorbed into the surroundings. Everything around us is saturated with the same condition. Feel the condition expand to the whole world. The same condition inside and outside. We are now dissolving into the condition. Only the condition now remains. Just make an intention to allow this condition to carry us through the day, overflowing into all our thoughts, words, and actions. Overflowing into every person we meet, every place we go. Let us now take a couple of minutes to note down in our diaries the experience of the meditation and any guidance we feel we may have received. Let us find some time today to go through the whisper that we read this morning. Read it once again. Pray that every word of the whisper may be imbibed into our hearts. Let us set some time aside for contemplation and pray for new understanding, for a different way of being to emerge from within us. Pray to be transformed. Until we meet again at 8:50 p.m. tonight, we wish all our brothers and sisters a wonderful day ahead. Namaste.